I went to SummerSlam 92. That was my first ever event at Wembley when he fought the British Bulldog.
Wow.
When he wrestled the Bulldog and lost. But, it was just great being there. So the year after, so it would have been 1993. So I would have been like 16 at the time, 16, 17. And we got tickets for the GMEX in Manchester. And I'd made all my own Bret Hart outfit with the lapels, the leggings, everything. Like I even gelled all my hair, so it was like all greasy and wet like his.
Amazing.
And we went to Manchester, and we was in the middle of Manchester. And looking back now, I looked like a massive bell end, just in this Bret Hart gear. No one knew I was going to the wrestling event. They thought, look at her, like in boots, because that's where we were, in boots, getting like a meal deal. And in there, I noticed one of the referees, or the two brothers. It was Earl and Dave Hebner at the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember him and his brother? He was looking for the Elnet hairspray to take back to America for his wife. He said it's her favourite. So I helped him find it in Boots. And he recognised the outfit. And he's like, are you going to the show? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, have you met the wrestlers before? I'm like, no, I'd love to. I told him I'd been to like Wembley and stuff. So they were so lovely. They took me and my other two friends to McDonald's and bought us our lunch. And I kept making they loved our accent.
Yeah.
And I've not got your posh British accent, like that London. I've got your Northern Bird, broad Northern Lancashire accent. So, but they just thought it was hilarious. So they took us back to the hotel, not in that way. And they literally just went to reception and said, these are our guests. I want them to stay here for the day so they can meet the wrestlers. So I was like, in tears, honestly. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to meet Bret Hart and stuff. So excited. Anyway, when the wrestlers came down to get on the coach, they were bombarded by the fans. I couldn't get near him. And I was just stood at the back, so I go, oh my God, it's Bret Hart. I couldn't believe it. I was like, my heart was thumping. Because I was at that age at this point. I'm going to marry this man.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to fall in love. We're going to get married. He's not a poster anymore.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah, and he got on the coach and he was looking at me from the coach because obviously I stood out massively. And basically the referees came out and they said, did you get a photo? And I said, no. And they could see I was desperate to meet him. And they literally said, meet us at the backstage doors in the interval of the show. And they took me backstage and it was one-on-one with me and Bret Hart.
Oh, wow.
And I don't have them at the time, but I had the pink leggings on and he signed, there you go, that's the one. I was about 17 there. I did all the outfit myself.
Wow.
And he was lovely and he loved that. You can see the tears in my eyes still. I'm
Zoom a little bit, Jacob.
I'm 45 years old now. It's embarrassing, but it was amazing. And then these Heart Attack tour, which was like the year after, he took us backstage again. And Bret remembered me and he put his world title on my shoulder.
I think do we have a picture?
Yeah,
I think we have a picture of that as well. Yeah.
And then
wow.
I have personal Bret Hart sunglasses signed, which I still have them to this day.
Course,
They're a bit creased.
Yeah.
And they actually say, I took that a few years ago, so it actually says on it, to my hit girl, love Bret the Hitman. So I was hit girl then, that was it. I'm like, I'm the hit girl, everybody. Number one fan. So over the years, I met a load of other wrestling fans and we used to, because there was no like Facebook and stuff back then, so it was like we used to pen pal one another. So I had fans in Germany, so we all used to contact one another, and we knew some super fans. So they used to tell us which hotels to book.
Wow!
When the wrestlers, before the tickets went on sale, so we used to book in advance, like London, Birmingham, Manchester. So I probably stayed in about 20 hotels with the wrestlers. I've drank at the bar with The Undertaker, Vince McMahon.
What?
The Undertaker got so drunk once, he did a full bottle of Jack Daniels and just went off his stool, just hit the floor.
What?
Absolutely smashed.
So when you said that you're drinking with the wrestlers and stuff, The Undertaker and Vince McMahon, because there's many stories of them that they can handle alcohol and they drink an unbelievable amount. Were they getting into fights? Were they rowdy or how did they behave?
One of the hotels is in Manchester. I think it was the Britannia in Manchester. It had a nightclub downstairs and we all went into this nightclub and it was one of my fondest memories. So we were stood with some of the wrestlers and Vince McMahon was stood with us. Now, this was before Vince actually was, we just thought he was a commentator at the time. He used to just commentate. It wasn't, bigged up as like the owner of it was WWF back then before it changed to WWE. It's WWF still. Vince McMahon, I just thought was a commentator, but I never forget because he's very loud when he talks. Like still like he talks on TV, it's just like that. And he was fascinated by all our accents. So I was with some friends from Leicester, who I'd met from Leicester. One of my friends as well, a couple were from Warrington, and obviously I'm from like up north, like Wigan accent, and we were kind of talking in a group, and someone like knocked past me, like knocked my drink, and I went, "You fucking knobhead!" Like, because that's like what I would do anyway. Still no, and he just burst out laughing, and he just went, "Knobhead!" Like it's like he'd not heard that word before, and he was pissing his sides laughing. And that was, I always said that. I said Vince McMahon loves the word knobhead, and he didn't put fucking before it like I did, but I don't know if it amused him because he probably thought, fucking hell, don't mess with like English women or like northern women, because I was like, fucking knobhead. I was ready to fight, you know, and he was like, knobhead. So it was really funny, and he kept trying to do our accent, so it was which he did terribly.